What's up, guys? It's your boy GP with DeOrganized Media, bringing you another awesome episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we get your favorite Giga Brain Astronaut Scholars into the room, have a dope conversation about the latest Bitcoin and crypto news, bring you alpha hot and fresh off the presses, and all of the above, man. And awesomely, and most importantly, kicking out high frequency vibes with the guys. Yeah, be sure to tune into our Let's Go morning show at 8:30 a.m. ET Monday through Friday, along with the DeOrganized Nightly segment at 7 p.m. ET. To stay in the know, go to deorganized.media, set up your profile, go to the show schedule, and figure out what's going on in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Got some base chads. It's Friday. I hope that you've had a very, very blessed week. It has been very, very crazy in the world and in our ecosystem, the Stacks ecosystem. Just kicking it, man. We've got a lot of good stuff to cover, and it's Friday, so I figured I'd cover some of the stuff that I have planned for the Gigaverse as well. So we're just chopping it up with the guys. Got some cool bookmarks to look into today. So let me pull up my bookmarks and then take a look at it. These aren't my bookmarks, so let me get to my bookmarks. Not make a post, damn it. Of course, you leave it at GP. He's gonna do stuff like this. Of course, this is deorganized, by the way. Oh yeah, and then he's gonna do the DMs and show you the DMs as well. So check it out. Really, really cool. Really, really smooth. You know, that's my style. So, if I can get to my bookmarks, I got some news for you. I promise. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's see what we got going on. Building. Okay, so Alex the Shillin Villain says, if somebody makes a game like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic with digital art, billions of dollars. Big shout out to the B Pepe crew. Mark, you know what it is. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Go follow the Bitcoin Pepe crew. Cool stuff happening, including dope collaborations. And I thought this was good news right here. It's like, what is this fish? What is it? What is this? We actually have real news, I promise. So just give me a second. This is just a segment to where we check out like what's going on. Of course, I shilled this space in there like a boss. Brainula, your mom from Not Jerome Powell. This guy, I've been seeing this guy everywhere. I don't know. Brock, what fish is this? Of course, he's going to use Brock. Thank you, Captain Phillips. Damn underwater world is creepy, and I agree. Look at this fish. This fish is crazy. Okay, moving on. Sorry about that. ADHD and stuff. Wendy O from Wendy O. Gold is sending. Bitcoin is next. Yeah, gold is sending. Gold has been taking off. Of course, Bitcoin's next. It is the hardest digital asset in existence. The hardest asset in existence out of anywhere. But moving on into real news right here. So from polynomial, and you can follow them at Polynomial5. SDX is live on Polynomial. Trade Bitcoin's DeFi layer stack with multi-collateral, cross-margin, and Nitro execution. Do I know what Nitro execution is? No. Do the people know? No. But it's provocative and it gets at the people going. So let's go. Coming from Stacking DAO, and you can follow them at Stacking DAO. Pull up their PC's doing PC things today. I'm not even gonna lie. But follow them at Stacking DAO. Jump into the Stacking DAO Discord to figure out the base strategies and how you can earn with your Bitcoin. Want to earn up to 20% APY on your STX? The new STX Flex Pool on Bitflow Finance makes it possible. And you can follow Bitflow at Bitflow_finance. Here's a quick video to get started. So let me see here. Let me see if I can zoom just a little bit in and rewind this for you. We can figure out how to earn 20% and brace yourself. Pause. groovy. That was groovy. Whoever made this video is a boss, Chad. Yeah, those marketing videos are dope. All right, so coming from, I thought I had something for Zest Protocol under here. We'll go to Zest in a little bit and see what's going on with Zest too. What? Just be quiet for a second. All right, thank you. Coming from Cointelegraph, Insight: Japan's debt crisis triggered all asset sell-offs and a crypto crash in 2024. Spotlighting BTC as a hedge. Yes, that did happen, and it looks like BTC, Japan. I remember when this happened. The carry trade, right? It was a carry trade got all messed up, and then BTC was doing its thing, and then assets were crashing, and nobody was batting an eye in the Stacks ecosystem because we were all degenning DMT NFTs, Stacks Invaders. So it's pretty cool. It's a fun time. Moving on from Cointelegraph, bullish. The stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, will be the first bipartisan legislation that's able to pass in years, coming from the man himself, David Sachs. Very, very cool. Moving on. Latest, Coinbase sees crypto bull run ahead. Forecast new BTC all-time highs in H2 2025, but warns of systematic risk from leveraged corporate bets. So over time, people are saying that like Bitcoin will get more stable as it grows. Maybe it gets a little bit more volatile as more and more people over leverage, and who knows, base take or hot take. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what your take is on that. Moving on, update. Polkadot community split on proposal to convert 500k DOT into Bitcoin via year-long DCA strategy to build a BTC reserve. So everybody and their mom is wanting a Bitcoin reserve. Scientific groups, we've got universities, nation states, you name it, they're adopting Bitcoin and they are hodling. So now we are starting to see other blockchains wanting to get their own strategic reserves and adopt Bitcoin. Even Cardano is trying to become a Bitcoin layer. So like, yeah, they're seeing it. It's the institutional adoption phase is what they're saying. So, huddle on and stay strong, guys. Even though it gets a little bit of volatility, like up and down motions, zoom out, look up, and it'll go up and to the right. I promise you that much. But yeah, definitely don't sell your Bitcoin because you're just selling it to BlackRock, and BlackRock wants your Bitcoin for cheap. So don't let them shake you out. Moving on, new Bitcoin miners just posted one of their best quarters ever, says JP Morgan. Yeah, go ahead, miners, do your thing. I saw a couple of weeks ago that the Terra hash was like hitting a new all-time high and stuff like that. So, yeah, JP Morgan, Bitcoin miners, good. Moving on, latest. Yeah, this is a good one. Bybit now offers CFD trading on stocks, gold, and Forex using USDT. So maybe this is the future, right? We're going to see, traditional platforms that do not offer crypto trading. Maybe they'll offer it, right? And then maybe crypto platforms that offer crypto trading will also have things like Forex, gold, and stocks. We're seeing it happen, right? This is the institutional adoption phase, and of course, why not? Why wouldn't you give them more options to trade on your platform with USDT? Like earlier this week, it was like stated that if USDT were to become like go public or something like that, it'd be at like a giant valuation. So yeah. Anyways, just in, upcoming digital asset spot ETF decisions and their 2025 approval odds per Bloomberg, and they have this cool little infographic here. Got some like yeses, a couple no's. Looks like a sweet ETF and a TRX ETF is not in the maybe not so likely. But Avalanche, HBAR, Polkadot, Cardano, Dogecoin, XRP, Solana, Litecoin, and indexes. So that means multiple assets within the ETF, which is electronically traded funds. So like these products and how likely they are to pass. So yeah, does the SEC currently view it as a commodity? So likely yes for all of these, and then unknown for SWI and TRX with a CFTC regulated futures. Uh, no information on that for baskets and indexes, but yeses for all of them, but SWI and TRX. So there's that. Breaking. Invest in Invesco Galaxy Soul ETF registered in Delaware. This is what the page looks like whenever they go to register for an ETF. So it hasn't been registered. Who knows if it will pass, but yeah, very cool. Latest, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index slips from 71 to 61. So 10 points down on the Fear and Greed Index. Today, Sharplink buys 176k ETH for 463 million. Now a top public ETH holder. 95% of holdings are staked. Okay, so ETH has been a leading indicator of alt season. So maybe if we see ETH doing good, we'll see an alt season, and the rest of everything that is like worth value and actually has something going on for it takes a huge pump. So let's go. Today, Japan publicly traded Remix Point adds 56.87 Bitcoin for 887 million yen. Total holdings are 1,038.27 BTC. Go ahead, Japanese public traded Remix Point, and I think that's like maybe I might have one more. Jesus. Let's see. I have a jitter click issue with my mouse right now, and as you can see, I'm having a hard time. That's okay. I'm fully transparent, telling you that, like, hey, this is what happens whenever you do things in a deorganized manner. So that might just be the last news segment, unless we decide to scroll the timeline. There we go. Okay, let me scroll to where I was. Sorry about that. Forgive me. I think I'm doing a great job. So you didn't have to. You didn't have to. All right, so let's see. Sharp link, yeah, and then here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, definitely follow Hero Gamer. That is at Hero Gamer 21 BTC. Let's read about this. Thinking of serving on a Treasury Endowment Committee and holding a role in Stacks governance. Here's a breakdown of the pros, cons, and legal considerations, especially if you're already working for the Stacks Foundation as a service provider. Damn, it feels like Friday. This is the last thing I'm doing for the weekend, so let's go. Why it could be net positive. If you're already deep in SIP coordination and governance, you bring context, improve coordination, and help align funding with Stacks' goals, add trust if transparent. But I like that one. Why it could be a governance risk. Perceived conflict of interest, too much influence concentrated, blurred lines and of accountability, confusion about who's responsible for what. Perception matters just as much as reality in decentralized governance. How to reduce the governance risk. Disclose dual roles transparently. Recuse yourself from conflicted decisions. Define clear role boundaries. Share decision-making with diverse members. Consider term limits. Yeah, I like term limits. What about legal risk? Yes, it exists, especially if the Treasury Endowment is a formal entity, the foundation, trust, or nonprofit. Key issues: fiduciary duties, conflicts of interest, contractual obligations, dual income, tax exposure, liability if things go south. There's some stuff there for you to take into consideration. Let's see. There we go. Mitigation moves to protect yourself. Ask for D&O insurance. Get legal review of both contracts. Push for written policies on COI and recusal. Keep documentation of decisions. Talk to a crypto savvy lawyer. Like that. In crypto governance, overlap happens, but with community funds, transparency and accountability are non-negotiable. If you serve both the SIP process and Treasury Committee, be clear, be careful, be documented. TLDR, dual service can be a strength, but without transparency, it's a governance liability. Legal risk, manageable, but real, especially with fiduciary rules and funding involved. Uh, Base take from Hero Gamer. Gosh, give him a follow. I mean it. Like, dude knows about what's going on within Stacks ecosystem, and that is the news segment. And now we're gonna bring on some guys to kind of talk about what is going on with SIP 31, etc. Um, within the ecosystem, including a little bit about what I'm doing with my personal IP and all that good stuff. So tonight we have in the house Darth Dude. Welcome, Darth Dude. How are we doing tonight, sir? We've got
What's up,
Jamie
man?
F in the house. What's up? What's up? Got Jamie F. Hello, Jamie. And we've got Bowie Pick. Bowie Pick is in the house. Let's go. And if you're
What's up,
wondering what
guys?
these dope, what's up, Jamie? How we doing, man? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. So, if you guys are wondering in the crowd what these two PFPs are, those are GigaFev V2 NFTs. You can get them on Gamma.io. Yeah, just type in GigaPepe V2. Get yourself into the know about what's going on in Stacks and how you are more secure trading on the Stacks blockchain, because we have post conditions and they save your ass. Took that for granted this week too, man. I went and tried to transfer some USDC from Coinbase to my MetaMask wallet, and I haven't used MetaMask in forever, like forever. I should have just used RBBY or Rainbow. Those are the two, or Phantom, even Phantom. Like any of those wallets would have been better, but like I was just like, hey, I'm gonna transfer some USDC to my MetaMask wallet from Coinbase to try to dodge this Coinbase fee, and just bridge it over into the Stacks ecosystem so I can buy some stuff. And little did I know, and I haven't used my MetaMask wallet since 2023, that I was exposed to some yield farming like exploit. It's a multi-chain hack is what they called it. I connect my wallet to revoke.cash and like figured out that there was an exploit, and I was like, well, fuck, dude, that sucks. So I lost a little bit of USDC that I was trying to bridge over. What happened was I went to the all bridge and I clicked the bridge like the send button, and it popped up a different transaction completely. It didn't even pop up the bridge transaction. And whenever I looked, I didn't know that like you can simulate transactions and stuff like that. But like I'm into like I'm into Bitcoin Fi, right? Like BTC Fi, Bitcoin DeFi. So I've been doing that for like the last few years, and not doing DeFi. And then that happened, so it popped up a completely different transaction, and I signed it, and then it gave it permission to transfer all of the USDC out of the wallet. So sucks, but it was a learning, growing moment, and now I'll be more secure. And also, I have to go through like my files on my computer, get like an external hard drive, like wipe this computer. I'm gonna take the radical approach and make sure that like it was just the MetaMask extension that was like compromised, but I want to be safe. So I got a lot of artwork.
Approach.
Yeah, dude, you got to. It's one of those things, man. Like, got to be careful. But in Stacks, we have post conditions, and clarity is like human legible. So you can actually like read what's going to happen whenever you're signing a transaction right then and there. It's like, okay, this and this, and then it's also has post conditions. So if there's like some type of malicious contract that you accidentally worked with, it would like it would be in you really like you have to. You can be in allow mode, and when you're in an allow mode, there'll be a big red statement on your wallet saying, hey, like make sure you trust this contract. But if you're not in allow mode, post conditions will roll that transaction back and make sure it like well it won't roll it back. It'll straight out fail if it tries to transfer assets out of your wallet that are not supposed to move. So it's like really safe in Stacks, and like yeah, it's safe. It's safe. Those post conditions will save your ass. So that's dope. I love that, and that's unique to Stacks. So I feel like Bitcoin DeFi deserves to be on a robust technology, um, to where everybody has the same standards, and that's why we have SIPs for. We have SIP Stacks and improvement proposals for that. So I'm just talking a little bit about governance and safety in Stacks because it happened to me. This is the first time anything like that has happened to me. So it was a stinging moment, but everybody that's like an OG in the space like has that story, right? Like it's happened like at one point, and I was completely green. I was completely green whenever I was interacting with those other protocols that compromised my MetaMask wallet. So it happens. It happens, and now I learned, and I know. So it's good.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the human readable aspects of Bitcoin are going to be bigger and bigger as we reach towards mass adoption and being more normie friendly.
I agree. I agree. I think that more, especially since we have the WASM upgrade coming for Stacks, to where we'll have a WASM compiler, and then you won't even have to learn, um, Clarity outright. Like you can come in code in Rust and all sorts of different languages, whatever native language you're in. That's compatible with WASM, right? Like it'll compile the code, and then it'll put it into Clarity, right? And then you're able to build on Bitcoin in your native language. Like it's based. It's a very based upgrade. So um, I think that's pretty cool. That's on the Stacks roadmap. We also have like an Axelar bridge that's coming in Q3. There's a lot of base stuff on the Stacks roadmap right now. So no longer is Stacks like slow. We also have 100% Bitcoin finality. We got fast transactions. It's cheap to interact over here. Um, Anchored to Bitcoin. So it's good. It's good. I'm really glad that we have that. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of tension going on in the world right now. Um, I think Israel bombed Iran, and markets kind of took a dump, like a little bit of a dump, and then but everything's manipulated. We all know this. This is just like this was the news that they used to move the market in that direction like that, right? So I watched Master Friend's NQ video. I was in his live yesterday, and he was talking about it and how like this was the Friday candle that it happened on NQ, so likely to reverse, go the other direction for a little bit. Who knows though? Who knows? Just like you have
Yeah,
to have a set. If you're trading, you have to have a set. Go ahead, Darth.
I was just going to say longs paid this morning after that news.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was like getting as like longs paid. Um, and it was cool. To see friend. Uh, by the way, for everybody's watching, Grandmaster Friend is a giga chad when it comes to like reading the markets. And Darth Dude here, he's a martial chartist. So, uh, yeah, man, definitely love to get into that a little bit, man. Where do you see like so? We're talking about stacks, we're talking about NQ. What have you been trading recently, Darth?
I've just been trying to navigate NASDAQ, so nothing crazy. It's been obviously high volatility and uncertainty, macroeconomics wise, so that's really a lot of the stuff you just stay out of in the markets. As we can see, we're waiting for the macro green lights to all be turned green so that risk off assets like altcoins can finally be released from purgatory.
Yeah, purgatory is a good way to do it. Like call sideways and chop right. Excuse me, jeez. Traditional markets. Okay, like they did a little long spade in traditional markets. I feel like we have like moving on into like some more stacks focused stuff. Um, we have SIP 31 right now, right? Which is a proposal to increase emissions just a little bit over the next 5 years to get stacks a treasury to where we can build incentivization structures for anyone from core users founders or developers, you name it, marketing. It's a whole based proposal to where Stacks will actually have a treasury, right? Because the way that Stacks launched, it was SEC compliant and got an A plus rating from the SEC, like one of the only tokens to do that, right? So in order to do that, one of the requirements was to have a small treasury. I think it was like 80 million Stacks or something like that. Um, and Stacks has been around for like 6 years, so that has obviously been used, right? So now we have this this SIP proposal, SIP 31, to increase emissions to have a war chest to fund things. So I think that's pretty cool. One of the perspectives that I've seen is that you will be able to. All right, so say for instance you're speculating on a Bitcoin layer, right? Would you rather put your money in something that has a treasury already and it promises to build technology, or would you rather put your money in something that has proven technology but has an endowment where emissions will be increased a little bit more, right? It's already proven technology. um I would go with the latter. That's just like my perspective on it, and that's one of the arguments I've seen surrounding SIT 31. What do you think of that argument, Jamie?
Um, yeah, I would most likely choose the latter unless I had inside information and I was confident in the fresh team, from the first suggestion, because there's potentially more upside from something. The first suggestion would be something that's fresh and is just about to launch and is not, like you say, is unproven and not built yet. But the second option is definitely the safer bet. And I think the idea behind SIP 31, I can't pick fault in. I think that we need to push in that direction, and the people behind it clearly know what they're doing from a development standpoint, and in terms of what they've developed and what they've bought and what they've built, what they brought to the system. Just the fact that Stacks now is consistently improved. The transactions are much quicker. It's cheaper. It's cheap. It's and then you've got all these different ways to earn Bitcoin, to earn yield on your Bitcoin. Then you've got SBTC as well, which you can use on different platforms, and just where it's positioned itself now, it's ready for that push which SIT 31 is going to bring. And I think I'd probably say, I just hope the team can pull it off, and I'm fairly confident in their ability to do so. I think they're going to need to, maybe one area that they might need to, I would say they need to concentrate on would be marketing. And I think by their own admission, they would say, we've all got strengths and weaknesses, and when it comes to developing, Stacks is right up there. When it comes to marketing, a few people would probably agree that they could do so much more. And I think again, this unlocks, if we can unlock that, it's just so bullish. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, this industry is kind of pay to play, right? Like there's cost of doing business and making handshakes and things. And I just wanted to touch on SBTC since you brought it up. And the SBTC has been there's a cap, right, for how many Bitcoin can be pegged into the network. And this last cap increase was filled within 4 hours. It was like something like 5,000 BTC entered our ecosystem within 4 hours. So that shows demand for SBTC, and SBTC is the only decentralized wrapped Bitcoin asset that is one. It is the one and only. And we have it here in our Stacks ecosystem. We're seeing ecosystems like Sui, Sol, and a few others adopting SBTC. It is decentralized with no federated system, so it's pretty cool. And with plans to have self-custodial minting, and just like pivoting from SBTC into like what you were talking about with the right people being on the endowment committee, and then there's also going to be a subcommittee called the appointments committee that makes sure the right people get on the treasury committee. So it's like, I think the way that they're approaching it is very smart. It's very community involved. This is a decentralized ecosystem, so they're making sure that the community has a voice in this endowment proposal. So, like, I think they're approaching it right. I think they've got the right people doing it. I was able to, you know, little old GP was able to get into one of these SIP sessions, these appointments committee sessions, where the prerequisites to how, like, who's going to get on the appointments committee. Like, I was able to help shape like what prerequisites, like, took part in the conversation. You know, like, does the person need to be doxxed? Does the, you know, do the people, how much history do they need in stacks? Do they need to be holding stacks, like, right, to participate in the governance? And of course, yes, that's like one of those obvious questions, right? And then we got into like weighting the different prerequisites to figure out what was most important out of all of the ones that we came up. I feel like everybody is very aligned, from core devs, legacy entities like the Stacks Foundation, Trust Machines, and the community are aligned, because everybody, it was a diverse group of people in these sessions. So I feel like it's good. I feel like the people that will be selected will have these prerequisites, and also now we're kind of moving into the nomination process. Like, so if there's somebody specific from Stacks that you want to see on there, you could definitely get into it. You know, get into the Stacks forum, get involved, let your voice be heard, and you know, this is the future of Stacks. This is the future of, you know, Bitcoin DeFi as we know it, right? So go make your voice heard. Go be a trailblazer. Prove that you were early, that you were in the forums, in the trenches, and do it. Let's do it. Wanted to pivot from like SIP 31. I know I'm pivoting from one thing to another, but like, I have my Gigaverse guys in the house tonight, right? And then Jamie, we have also done a collab. You know, we are, everybody in this room right now knows that, like, whenever I got my start in the Stacks ecosystem, I got it as an artist, and now like I've moved on. Well, not moved on, but like leveled up, got more accolades, more and more accolades, and now I am the community manager of Zest and Stacking DAO, which are two of the two largest protocols on Stacks, right? So I'm helping with community growth over there and stuff, as well as a leather ambassador. Go get yourself a leather wallet. Of course, your Bitcoin assets look better in leather. Just had to say that, throw that in there. You know what I mean? Doing my thing.
You said you and Jamie did a collab. Where can we find that? What was that called?
Yeah, dude. So that is Dogtails, right? So with Dogtails, and I'm gonna pull up my screen. Let's see. I'll pull up my screen again and kind of share it, since we're pivoting into, like, you know, this episode is about like some of the work I did before I got onto co-hosting DeOrganized, help co-founding DeOrganized, right? This is Giga Pepe V2 right here. Go check out Giga Pepe V2. Let me get rid of this BTC shade, even though I love those. That's one of my favorite traits. Let's go from the floor. The floor is 5 STX. Jeez, dude, that's nothing. That's free. I'm about to go sweet.
Cheap.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to go sweet. I'm gonna go sweet crazy over the weekend. Let's go to the highest side. See, the last one's minted. Let's see what we got here. So we got this guy. This one, I think Tamil minted this one. Dude, sick. Got this guy right here. I forget who's rocking this BFP right now within the community.
That's Nosferatu.
Yeah, Nas. That's Nas right there. He is a Gigaverse ambassador. We got this one with the Quantum Cat shirt. Take a look at this one. Got a Quantum Cat shirt. Got like this trippy like skin, and then like the wizard hat trait is one of my favorite traits in the whole collection. But yeah, enough about Giga Pepe V2. We can get back to that. I want to talk about Dogtails. Maybe I just go to my artist portfolio real quick.
I was just going to say, I like the Orkai trait on the Giga Pepes.
So is that like one of your favorite traits? We can go back to it real quick. Did you see one?
Yeah, look for the is it Orc eye or orc face. I've got one in my wallet.
Oh, the orc.
One with the big, like the buck teeth kind of thing.
Yeah, the mouth. Let me see if I can scroll and find one. Here, look at the Rick face. Like that's the Rick Sanchez mouth right there. Like right here with the, and that's the Peace Love Music. Big shout out to Peace Love Music G. That's his skin, I think. Is that his skin? No, that's not his skin. But that is the yeah, that skin. I love that skin. The Far Out Fred skin. That shit is sick. But that's this one, dude. I want to sweep this one. What price is this one? I wonder if it's listed. Let's see if it's listed. Might just sweep it live.
I've got a cool one with the Rick Sanchez chin. 1227.
What was that, Jamie?
So sorry, Daft Dude. I was just going to say, just scroll up a little bit. Oh, there's the orc one, the orc mouth or orc eye.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Mouth, that's it. Sorry.
And then I wanted to give it like some traits in here to where they're like kind of grainy and stuff like that, kind of, because that was the style when this launched. Like ordinals were like having like hand drawn traits and stuff like that. So I made like some hand drawn eyes here. Sorry, what were you saying, Jamie?
I was just going to say, yeah, that's awesome. The reason I know what I'm thinking of now. My one's got a single eye with the orc mouth. But I saw one as you were scrolling down on the left. It had blue glasses. Reminded me a little bit of a John Lennon Giga Pepe.
Had some blue glasses like this guy right here.
Scroll down. He was on the left hand side. Keep going. I think
these are all of them. Yeah, these are all of the ones with the orc mouth.
Yeah, it was on the last page. Never mind.
No worries, dude. So like I feel like this is a unique collection, but like that's what I wanted to do is like take my zany like collage style art and then make it into this, like say for this skin right here. It's who is this? This was God, did the pop art. Andy Warhol. This is an Andy Warhol painting as his skin, right on this one with the sombrero hat. But yeah, just me. I love bright colors and patterns and things that you would think wouldn't go together. And I guess the Legend of Stacks Legends, Jack Van Switch, coined this art style as crypto pop art. See, and I
for it.
Especially like these frames, these rare frames where it's got like tributes to other collections within the Stacks ecosystem. So Bucket Hat Crew got their start whenever I got my start in the ecosystem. So I did a homage to them and gave them a trait within it. It's just like they got a bunch of different traits. Like this guy is so clean with those classic meme shades, and that one. This guy is mean, bro. This guy is super mean. I fucking love this one. I wish it was on the floor, but somebody smart and doesn't want to sell it. They know that I'm building stuff. I want to do a comic, an anime, and a metaverse. And I'll get there. Stacks is early right now, and if you're early to the Gigaverse, you're super early. But yeah, let's go to the Dog Tales collection. Sorry, I go off on tangents sometimes, and then tailspin out of the way. But let's look at the Paul Stamets, ones that I did in collaboration with Jamie. So, fun fact about these Paul Stamets storyboards is they kind of represent a story of adversity that Paul Stamets went through as his through his childhood. So as you can see, this is Paul Stamets. It's like a kid. This is like a real photo that I took, or not that I took, but that was took of Paul Stamets as a kid, and then I put my own style on it, and then drew him in my own style, and like it's like got that psychedelia art style, right? That kind of matches nice with crypto pop art. So this one was there, and then it kind of follows through his story, right?
That third one, that you can like tell that's from the story where he had his breakthrough moment with the lightning in the tree. Oh
yes, that was the pivotal moment That jitter click is killing me, fellas. Sorry, it took me back 2 steps. Gotta get a new mouse over the weekend. But yes, this was his breakthrough moment, right?
I kind of love the
So,
doctors. I love the doctors.
dude, aren't the dogtails cool, Bull? Like, it's like one of those things. Which one was your favorite? Did you have a favorite out of all of these?
Sorry,
Yeah, I think I
were you
loved
asking
the
me or
third one.
Polypick?
I was talking to Bull. No worries, Jamie. Which one was it, Bull, you
I think I
picked?
loved the
Here,
third,
I'll go back to all.
the third one more. The third one
This one
more.
right here with Paul.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Like him as the guru, like the spore guru, right? Like, you know, this is also like an image that I found of Paul Stamets, and I was just like, dude, there's multiple layers of the background. If you look closer and closer, you can see more and more. Then he's got his aura around him, and then of course his very world famous portobello mushroom hat, right? Is that a portobello, Jamie? This hat, isn't it made out of portobello mushrooms?
I can't remember what it's actually made from.
Yeah.
It is made out of mushrooms, a
Yeah.
particular mushroom.
Yeah, he's got like this. He's known for having this hat, you know. So I wanted to capture that. I think he had it on in the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude's a legend. So he's a world-renowned mycologist. He does a lot of work in mycology, and you know, believes mushrooms as an alternative medicine. So one thing that he has is the Fungi Foundation, and something that was really, really cool about me and Jamie's collab on Dogtails, right, is that Jamie wanted to do some charity work, and I had been thinking about doing some charity work for a long, long time. So the one thing about this is that you know, dog pull coin, Peggy, hashtag PEGGY. You can get it on the bonding curve right now on STX City. I think that is STX.city if I'm not mistaken. You can go check that out. And he's got the Fungi Foundation, right? So he has a charity. So this guy lined up perfectly with like my style. And so half of the proceeds to the auction storyboards went to charity, and the other half went to like paying me for doing the work on the art. So Jamie and I linked up, kind of he pinned the story behind these, and then you know, I read his story, and then I was able to come up with the art. So that's how the collaboration worked, and you know, I love it, man. I love that it just kind of linked up in a moment in my artist career where it was like I was looking for some charitable things to do. And whenever you won one of these, there is so much like incentivization for going and bidding on these. You won the very first story, right? Each one of these was correlated with the very first story where Michaela DePrince, a different art style was depicted here, as you can see, from Michaela DePrince's story. And all of these dogtails are inspirational stories that are from from a time of adversity to, you know, she's now a world renowned ballerina, right? So it's kind of depicted here, and I love it. I loved how it was incentivized to go put your bids in. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun kind of seeing that go down. And now, you know, I'm working on several different things that are either, you know, going to be dropping this year, including for Giga Pepe V2 holders, anybody that holds any type of art from, you know, the Gigaverse. And let's go back to the created collection. So that means like crypto suits. We've got Memobots, which was a collection that me and the Rosar made. Rosar is a developer within our ecosystem that created Charisma, which is kind of like you earn yield for single-sided staking on your memes. You know, and this is our collaboration called Memobot. I'm mean, it's a dope collection too. If you ask me, it's got a lot of different random like traits and stuff, and that same crypto pop art style. So the lore behind the Memobots is that first, let's get into the lore of like the Gigapepes. What are the Gigapepes? They're intra-dimensional travelers that ascend time and space, and they travel through the Gigaverse. And so I'm creating a comic surrounding these, and in the comic, events from Stack's history are represented in stories from the Gigaverse. So, like, say, when Charisma was popping off, and then it had its moment, and then now Rosar is on his redemption arc, and it's so sweet to see people like supporting Rosar and seeing him get himself out there. Now he's helping a lot of different devs and stuff. Like his story may be told in the Gigaverse style, and he may represent a character within the Gigaverse. Or whenever like SIP 31 passes and the endowment is now funding things within the ecosystem, maybe I find another inspirational person to inspire a character within the Gigaverse comic. So I've been working on that for a while. Got some stuff. If you are interested in kind of getting into the lore about Memobots, Memobots are a Gigapepe's best friend, right? So you won't catch a Gigapepe traveling through the Gigaverse without a Memobot. It is like the right-hand man and companion, and that is kind of like it drew some inspiration from like Luke had R2D2 and 3CPO, right? So it's like got a robot buddy. So I love it, man. That's the process behind that. But the flagship collection is GPSC or Gigapepe V2. You want to be part of the Gigapepe Spaceship Club, you get one of these bad boys right here. So yeah, that's like what I got for the Gigaverse. Thanks for hearing my spill about the Gigaverse. You got something to add, Darth?
Oh, I was just gonna say these gigas are so good. I could scroll through and look at gigas with you all day.
It's fun whenever we have like a free day, which is like a blue moon nowadays. That I'm helping a lot of different builders and teams within the space. But like, yeah, man, just like putting it on scroll and chilling. We could make it a whole segment on DeOrganized Nightly, just talk about art. We also have art on Stacks on Tuesdays. The space with me, Reese Swinepool, and Rihanna. We are the Galactic Art Collective, and we interview artists. We interview artists on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. ET, and you get to see what's going on, what makes them tick. We get to see and learn about their art. So I'm still very, even though I'm busy and I have other things going on, I'm still very ingrained in the art community on Stacks. And I'm looking to help onboard new talent, and that's what we do with Art on Stacks. So just from that, we have Sin Merv. Sin Merv she is an artist. Has a completely different art style, but very, very based artist, and she's interested in me maybe curating some art for her. Also Fareshta is also another based artist that we interviewed on Art on Stack. We've onboarded her. Look at this Giga, dude. Look at this one. Good grief. I wish somebody would floor it. Sweep it so quick. Sweep it so quick, dude. But yeah, got a lot of plans, got a lot of things going on, and one of the reasons we're talking about the Gigaverse tonight is because just recently got some Gigaverse ambassadors, right? Darth, you're one of the early holders of Gigapepe V2, right? And now we have some ambassadors. We've got Boyupic on stage, right? We've got Prince K, and we also have Nosferatu. They're all three based chads from within the Stacks ecosystem that do a lot of good work. Boyupic is actually one of the project leads for the Smoke token. So to get to see that he would be interested in being an ambassador for the Gigaverse was like super encouraging. I was very excited. I was like, dude, smoke is dope. So smoke is dope. So I was really appreciative that he would take some time to work with me. Bull, what has it been like for being a Gigaverse ambassador for the first week, man?
It's been fun, really fun, and trust me, I've been able to do a lot of things, be able to meet a lot of people, be able to go places, and I think that it is just super fun for me.
That's the thing that I want to do the most, right? So like BTC Fi is solid, very, very solid, right? I want to be able to do some fun stuff within the ecosystem too. Like, we're doing giveaways. There are the Gigaverse ambassadors are doing giveaways. We're doing stuff within the Zest and Stacking Down Discords. So jump in there. There's plenty of ways that you can earn different NFTs, tokens, meme tokens from the Stacks community. One of the things that I'm doing with and definitely if you don't know, now you know. Smoke STX. Go follow Smoke STX. Figure out about Smoke. Where can they trade Smoke at? Cole?
Smoke is tradable on Vela right now, just Vela.
Dropped my thing, dude. I dropped my thing, guys. Forgive me. So on Velar, is there a route on Bitflow for Smoke? Because maybe we can make that happen with Bitflow. Diego and Dylan are solid too. Do you know?
Yes, we're planning on doing that recently.
That's dope.
Yeah, I know them. I know Bitflow. We're trying to do it recently, but we're still trying to take it slowly. We first want to try Charisma, then we can go for that.
I didn't even know Ship was just sitting there in the back rooms, like kicking it. I've been just ripping and roaring. Ship, what's up, dude? Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. He may
Hey, happy Friday. Just chilling with my girls. We just got home from having dinner and just hanging out and checking in. that's my youngest talking
one.
right now. She's 5 years old.
She is.
And she's 6.
Wow, so good. I love it, Chip. I love it.
Yeah,
dude.
man. No, I'm just enjoying the weekend, just taking it easy. Just chilling with you guys. Lots of stuff to look forward to. I was a little bit late with seeing the Tim Draper post, but that's really cool. It just sucks that Israel blew up Iran shit. Now Iran's blowing up Israel's shit. So it's like that kind of suppressed the Tim Draper news. It would have been better if everyone was chilling, so that way everyone that could have gotten maximum exposure, because Tim Draper posting about Stacks is a big deal.
Huge deal, man. He's a well-known Stacks bull, right? So, and he not only did he post about, I'll see if I can find it. It's probably in one of our group chats, right? Like, so let me go to DeOrganized Night real quick.
Yeah, I shared it in there just so it was towards the top.
Yeah, dude. So like, let me find this. You get to get the secrets. You get to see what we talk about. It's literally just alpha. It's literally just alpha all day long. Shift in the group chat. But yeah, let me read this real quick. So, I care deeply about Bitcoin innovation. Amid all the noise, Stacks and Manib have consistently proven themselves as top Bitcoin innovators. Stacks' new SIP31 treasury management framework sets up Stacks for growth. Over $500 million in Bitcoin is already deposited into Stacks. That's real capital flowing to where infrastructure actually works. Stacks L2 provides fast transaction speeds and manages to maintain 100% Bitcoin hash power security. Layer 2 technology combined with a new treasury will allow Stacks to compete with the largest change. At Draper VC, we are looking forward for the positive impact this will bring to Bitcoin DeFi. With Zest Protocol, definitely follow Zest Protocol at Zest Protocol, leading the charge. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The gravitational pull toward Bitcoin is real. The Stacks community is voting mid-June. Early support looks strong, and I will be voting yes. So not only did he talk about Stacks, he talked about SIP31, which is a very pivotal moment for Bitcoin DeFi on Stacks. So I love that, man. Like, it's good alpha. Though is like, okay, it happened like yesterday or whatever. Like, you got, everybody's human, man. You can't have the alpha for every single moment shift, because like literally you're the first person talking about anything going on. Always, bro. You always got the alpha first, man. So I appreciate that. I remember in Vegas when we were just kicking it, and you're like, hey, dude, they're doing free general admission tickets. You guys go sign up for this, and you shot it to the Telegram group. I was like, oh shit. So now I got general admission for the Bitcoin conference next year, and like I'm part of the Bitcoin press. Like, DeOrganized is part of the official Bitcoin press. We are accredited media, so likely won't need that general admission pass, but we can now do a giveaway for a free general admission pass off of your alpha. So don't even beat yourself up about the Tim Draper alpha, dude. There's good alpha for you right there. So yeah, man, you're always on top of it. And then you had a bullish conversation with Munib, or you had like good vibes. You got to talk to Munib, so like it was really cool to see that Munib was willing to just be on the ground floor with the grassroots community. We got a real authentic community here, so like everybody like to see him at an event period was good. It was cool.
I appreciate the props, dude, and yeah, man, like it's Tim Draper mentioning SIP and also saying how he's voting and also talking about the timeline of the vote. It shows he's paying attention, and with like a VC like him, multi-billionaire, paying attention as much as he is, that should tell everyone something. So a guy who's worth over $3 billion paying attention to $1 billion ecosystem, that's asymmetry in of itself.
I agree. And like, Tim Draper is like what they would call smart money, right? Like that's smart money. Right? Would you consider Tim Draper smart money?
Absolutely. Yeah. Smart money is typically institutions or wealthy individuals, whereas dumb money is considered retail. So yeah, Tim Draper, smart money.
So yeah, I mean, he's got billions of dollars. So like, right? Like, it's smart money. So, it's cool to see that is how things are playing out. We have this endowment proposal, right, where a portion of the endowment will go towards marketing. So you're going to see bigger and bigger, and we're already seeing it, bigger and bigger accounts starting to post about Stacks, because they want to secure a little bit of that, like a piece of that pie of the marketing, right? Show that like, hey, we're in support of SIP31, la-ti-da. Like, they're already doing it. So you're going to see that happen really quickly. Just to give a shout out to Nosferatu, he is one of our Gigaverse ambassadors, and he just joined the stream. So welcome, Nas. We've been kicking out high frequency vibes. You know how we do on the night. Welcome, dude. Welcome.
Hey, I hope everyone can hear me. How are we doing?
Doing good, bro. Doing good, man. Coming through loud and clear. So yeah, man, it's been one of those nights just talking about what's going on in the space. We talked a little bit about the Gigaverse. We talked a little bit about Jamie and I's collab. Talked about Draper with Tim Draper talking about Stack and SIP31 with Schiff. What you got going on, man? You had some cool stuff posted the earlier day where like you're in the concept phase of like a game, right? So let me go back to my bookmarks, because I have it under my bookmarks, because I covered it yesterday on the nightly, and it looks really cool. The concept phase for this game that you want to do, just gotta figure it out. I didn't know that you had a little bit of game here. I found it. Here we go. So let me share my screen. Do you have a little bit of that experience or game development? Like, is that like something that you do for passion, just playing around, or like you're just now learning about it? Got any insights?
No, I've made a couple games here and there. I've made a couple games here and there, but I'm experimenting with a new game engine for this. The game engine I want to use is called Godot. So I'm just using my previous game knowledge and adding a little bit of clarity to it, Pythonic clarity, if you will. So yeah,
Right on, man. Right
so
on.
it's still in the concept phase. Yeah, it's still in the concept phase, and I actually told you about it before when I sent you like the
Yep.
signs for those. Yeah, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just build out something that is fun, that engages the entire community, and just brings people together. It's just gonna be fun. Just gonna be fun chopping it up with the guys. Hitting some 1-2 combos. Fucking up your homies.
Simple. Simple.
Yeah, that's the main goal.
And then you can, with clarity, you could even like gate this, like to where you have to own a certain NFT to like unlock a character. So, say for example, the Stacks Invaders kind of represent the
Yeah.
Rue community. So you could have to unlock like the Rue character in the game by owning a Stacks Invader. Same with Leo. Same with B Pepe, which I see you have represented here. You have a couple different characters, right? You got to Smoke Ethereals right there as a character as well. So
Yeah.
maybe you have to Smoke
Yeah.
have to.
I got Leo. I got Rue. I got Capt, which is the captain. I got Pepe. I got Welsh. I got Giga Pepe, who is basically, I believe, in the storyline, he's like Raiden in Mortal Kombat. That's what he is. And yeah, I think I got Smoke represented as well. The idea is,
Bro,
each of these characters, yeah, each of these characters are like NFTs on their own, So even getting like accessories for those characters are like NFTs as well. So dependent on the type of accessories you get, let's say like a different type of clothing, or like maybe a different animation, a different victory animation, that could be an NFT as well. And depending on the rarity, it would be more like costly as well. So yeah, it's just made to represent the whole community. It's made to represent the whole community. Right now, I'm still working on sprite designs. I'm trying to use Stable Diffusion to piece out sprite designs, and I think I've done enough research, so I'm just gonna get my hand cracking.
yeah, dude, that's what's up, man. Like, I love to see people take initiative, and Jack is one of our community leaders within the space, the co-founder of Brew Token. He was just talking on that we needed some degen shit to do, just because we have awesome base stuff within the ecosystem to do already. But dude, I could see this being like something that's like, okay, if you know how to do game design, we know the devs and the clarity to kind of help guide you with the clarity, and then you're already connected with the founders in the ecosystem, and you're a Gigaverse ambassador, right? So this is one of those things that could really come to fruition through collaboration. We work in a decentralized environment where collaboration kind of is fostered, right? Everybody kind of works together to get things done. So I definitely think that talking about this, you're like, you know what, fuck it, and then just do it was a good move. Now you've got people talking. Things are going well within this ecosystem, right? Where, maybe you might just see some like GameFi-esque grants out there because of the endowment. So it all kind of ties together. Everything comes together very nicely. Let's see. I want to see if there was anything else that I did not cover. So I kind of want to scroll through the timeline. Is there anything interesting that you guys saw from today or talked about in spaces? Anybody, like, I'm going to open up the floor if you think there's something that you want to talk about. We are rounding about that hour mark, so I just wanted to make sure everybody had their moment. Yeah, go ahead, have at it.
Nosferatu just talking about his crossover with Mortal Kombat. I just did a quick rendering of a scorpion and honey badger, and I just sent it to you, GP. Like
Oh
I
shit, where'd you
love
find it?
Mortal Kombat, and I love what he's doing with his with bringing the memes to his game.
Oh shit. Yeah, dude. All right, let me share my screen real quick. Cause yeah, Honey Badger should definitely like the hashtag DGAF. Honey Badger don't give a fuck, right?
Oh
So here you go.
shit!
Check this out. Check that out, bro. To have
Oh
a
shit!
character like
I
that
love this.
yes, dude. Here, if you need, here, I'll send this to Nas. Nas, I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna send this to you too, dude. Like as like a base character design, this Scorpion representation is crazy. Maybe he uses his tail as the get over here, you know what I mean, or something like that. You're getting
Yeah,
into flight
yeah.
designs, right? So, dude, that's sick. That is hashtag DGAF, right? So I'll send that to you, man, and we'll get it cracking, man. That's what's up. Shift, yeah, solid, bro. Because whenever you're in the design phases of game design, these types of things help. You get feedback, like, oh, other people, like the creative juices from everybody, see what you just sparked, Nas. Like whenever you're building in a permissionless, decentralized environment, and then you're just being transparent and like, fuck it, I want to build this, right? You get that crucial feedback that can kind of help the creative process. So I love it, man. And that happens often in stacks, dude. You see these type of collaborations. You see people like, hey, man, you know, the alpha isn't gate kept whatsoever. It's like, dude, it'd be cool to see this in your game. If you're building that, then here you go. The creative juices are fucking like natural. We have very talented people over here. A lot of creative, a lot of passion builders. So it, like things just get done over here. That's what's up, dude. Yeah. Shift, thank you for sharing that. Anybody else got like something like an idea for like Nas's game or like you know Giga Pepe V2, BNS, something, because we got founders, community members, ambassadors in this chat right now in this panel. Like what's going on, guys? Like we got some type of ideas. I'll open it up again.
I got a speculation question for the room. Do you think by the time GTA 6 finally comes out, it's just going to be completely tokenized in a blockchain marketplace for all your cars and clothes and guns?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I genuinely believe it's going to be because honestly, GTA 5 on its own has its own marketplace. People are making money off GTA 5. It has its own marketplace, it has its own communities, its own business models. An entire economy thrives on GTA 5 online and GTA 5 like crossplay. So GTA 6 implementing blockchain or implementing blockchain transactions would be huge for adoption, and I genuinely believe that that's something that can happen, but maybe just not on release. It's going to set in. It's going to take its time in setting, and when it does, when it clicks, my brother, it is going places. It is going places. You're buying cars and real estate and quote unquote real world assets and NFTs with Bitcoin and fucking stacks and Ethereum and Solana. You're just playing the game how it's supposed to be played, decentralized.
That would be cool. If I were going to release it at the top of the bull market when all the eyes are on blockchain and everyone's pockets are full.
I could see at least stable coins being integrated because you're seeing a lot like an avalanche of stable coin speculation, especially with the coming up of the Genius Act as soon as that gets released. But you have Walmart, you have Shopify, you have all kinds of different retailers integrating stable coins, and then stable coins is a gateway to other assets. So like Bitcoin on Lightning, Bitcoin main chain, and then eventually stacks, you know. But I think stable coins are going to be how people dip their toes in the water before they start discovering the other assets that they can tap into, especially with something like GTA 6.
Yeah, you know, Coinbase, good point, man. Coinbase just integrated with Shopify, dude. So like they've got a partnership with Shopify now. So that's nuts and a really good point. At least stable coins, maybe USDC to buy weapons, skins, cars, you name it, in GTA 6 is totally feasible. You know, if not a whole marketplace and blockchain, right? So I think that's pretty damn cool. I think that's not a hot take at all. Another thing is that Hex Trust is playing with stacks now, right? So let me just read this one and share my screen. This was a big one. Hex Trust is huge in Asia, right? So let's see here. Let me go over yonder. Okay, so the Stacks ecosystem is paving the way for institutional BTC-Fi with Hex Trust. Hex Trust announced support for SIP10 tokens, giving institutions secure, compliant access to Bitcoin yield on the leading Bitcoin L2 through regulated infrastructure. So got stuff like that. What else do we got? Let me scroll down to that. Yeah, so Shopify. So Shopify partners with Coinbase and Stripe to roll out USDC stablecoin payments starting June with full launch by the end of 2025. So GTA 6 blockchain infrastructure, I tend to agree with the sentiment in the room. Is there any hot takes that it won't? No hot takes. No hot takes. I love it. Everybody's like aligned and like, yes, before GTA 6, stablecoin regulation will be here, and GTA 6 you'll be able to buy assets within the game, and it'll have its own in-game economy with integrated blockchain technology. Let's fucking go.
I'll go a step further. I'll say that the first game on Stacks is going to beat a AAA game. It's going to beat or is going to outperform a AAA game in the next 2 years. That is a hot take for you. That is a hot one for you.
That's not a hot take. I think that everybody in this room may or may not speculate on that, and it would be a very good prediction market, right? So a prediction market where like it's based on Bitcoin, Rocket Poly market, even though it's like big and stuff. And we have Op Predict, which is what Rosar kind of built is a demonstration for his Blaze sub 2 or L2 subnet for Stacks. And then we have Big Market, which is getting ready for their go-to-market in Stacks. So it's prediction markets on Bitcoin via Stacks, which is huge. I think that would be a really good prediction market, Nas. Like, will Stacks produce a game that beats out a AAA game studio produced game? Yeah. I think that's a damn good prediction market and not a hot take, honestly. Totally feasible. It is with this last SBTC cap increase, we are the number one blockchain by Bitcoin secured within the network. So like it's coming, guys. It's coming. They say slowly and surely, and then all at once is what they say. I mean, I put my own spin on that, but like, yeah, that's generally like what they say about that. So yeah, man, it's not a hot take. It's a good take. Guys, we are. Oh, go ahead, Jamie. Do it.
I was just going to say, Nos sounds like he knows something that we don't know.
Right, right, dude. It feels like Nas, you're quickly becoming like, so you have like, you've hosted spaces, you've helped co-host spaces. Now you're on the podcast, getting your voice out there. Now you're wanting to use your skills that you've developed to build a game. So like, sky's the limit. Building on like base builders build on Bitcoin via Stacks, all that. So guys, we are rounding about that hour and a half mark, and I wanted to allow some time for everybody to go around the room and any last final words, any final frequencies you want to put out to the ethos. Shameless shills are allowed, like you name it, everything goes. So like Jamie, I want to give the mic to you first tonight, man.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for doing the show. But I haven't really got too much I wanted to shout about. I mean, Noz's game looks awesome. I think that's a great idea, and I think the way things are going and the way everything's lining up, it looks like everything's going to be tokenized in one form or another. Perhaps even our lives will be tokenized, or certainly the lives of certain celebrities and what have you, I imagine. But Yeah, and just nice to be here, and bullish news all round for stacks. Talking about the the shame, obviously, with what's going on in the world has crashed the markets, and mentioned that earlier. I think so. I did hear that the bombing started like 2 minutes after the markets closed, which is a funny old coincidence. But stacks is just building. No matter what, the SIP is bullish. It's going to mean a big push for the ecosystem, and yeah, just good to be here. I hope everyone manages to prosper well out of it. Not just the big wigs, but the people who've been here and shouting from the trenches for longer than what I have anyway. But good. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Of course, man. And where can they follow you for the alpha on Peggy and what you got going on? Where can they follow you?
Yeah, we've got follow us at Dogpool and we're in a multi-project Discord now, which is pretty cool.
Saw that.
It's called The Trenches, and there's loads of different projects in there from different blockchains, and we're all one big happy family at the minute. I say at the minute because you know what families are like. But so far so good. It's been really good vibe in there, and some really cool projects as well. I know quite a few of the founders in there, but we got Dogtails 3 coming up soon. Which is the auction's going to be coming up at the end of the month. But yeah, follow us at Dogpool Coin, and stay tuned. We've got loads of developments coming up. It's about joining the dots for us at the minute. We've put a lot in motion, doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and then there's a lot coming over the next few weeks.
Damn, Skippy, man, that's what's up. You guys go follow Dogpool Coin and get into the know. Base building going on. And I love the Trenches Discord. I went and joined and checked it out, dude. It is a big happy family in there right now. Got like Mikey, got everybody in there, and their projects like kind of together. I love the concept of a multi-project Discord. It's kind of cool. I really like it. So thank you, Jamie. Nas, I'll go to you next, man. You got this based game that you're conceptualizing. So what you got for us, man? And you're also a Gigaverse ambassador, so of course baseness coming out of Nas's corner. What's going on? Any final thoughts? Anything additions to the conversation? Shameless shows and final frequencies that you want to put out to the ethos? May have a little mic issue going on. Give you just another little second. We could always come back to you.
Well then. Sorry, Nas.
I don't like it whenever my guest is not able to like talk about the stuff, man. You got this based game going on, dude. You got this based game, and even Darth Dude dropped just now. What's going on? I'll blame it on X. I'll just blame it on X. That's what the based.
Elon's probably being a bitch. Also,
there you are. There you are. Bro.
I hopped out actually. I hopped out to go get my charger because I am downloading more files that I have downloaded in a while. I'm getting this whole thing ready because this is gonna be a long run. It's gonna be fun. It's scheduled. Like I could give you all a bit of like a roadmap for it. It's scheduled to have like a testing phase maybe in November, and the actual launch is going to be in February of next year on my birthday. That is.
Oh shit! You're a February birthday too. Yeah, I'm a February birthday. Pisces, bro.
Fuck it. When?
Let's go. 22nd. 22nd, dude.
22nd. Nah, I'm 13th. I'm Aquarius, my dude.
Oh, you're Aquarius, just by a smidgen.
Yeah, a few days shy, but same month though. Same month.
Yeah, dude. February birthday. Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So that's the plan. 8 months out.
Let's go, man. Baseness coming out of Nas's corner. definitely follow Nas, man. Like I'm telling you, bro, that game is gonna look sick already, and just in its conceptual stages, right? So very cool. Um, Shiflet, I want to go to you next, man. Any final thoughts, final frequencies, base takes, you name it, Alpha. What you got for us tonight, brother?
Yeah, the Coinbase card I felt like was kind of a missed opportunity. So they, hey girls, quiet down for a second. They said that you get up to 4% rewards, but the rewards percentage that you get is based on the amount of assets that you hold on Coinbase. So the fact that they're encouraging you to hold assets on their platform is a missed opportunity to promote self-custody. So, like, if you're looking for a crypto credit card, it seems like Gemini is still the best one, since it's, no matter how many assets you hold on the platform, you're getting the same rewards whether you hold stuff on Gemini or whether you don't. But no, like, lots of awesome stuff tonight. Nas, like, that game looks fantastic. And yeah, always a pleasure joining y'all in the evenings.
Thank you, Chef. I appreciate it, man. And there's like a little bit of alpha everywhere, like in everything you speak on, man. So like I appreciate you, and if you're able to read between the lines, like, you know, figure it out, right? So thank you, Chef. I appreciate you, man. You know, Darth, I want to go to you next, man. What are you next? Any final thoughts? Shameless shows. Like, what are you getting into? What are you speculating on? Final frequencies that you want to put out there? What's going on with Darth tonight? What's up, man?
You know, just bullish and hoping that this is kind of our global, not quite a black swan, but just the global freak out. I mean, we saw the Elon Trump break up and then get back together to scare out the red team, and then we've got, you know, explosions in the Middle East again to scare out the blue team, and hopefully this is our shakeout before we start getting some upward motion. I mean, we've been waiting in alts for a long time, and I think it's all going to coincide with SIP 31 ideally passing and seeing a lot of inflows into the ecosystem to support founders. So long-term bullish and just riding the wave as we go.
Right on, bro. Right on. I love to see you get involved. And yeah, man, base take. I feel like you know, sideways and chop ain't fun, man. It ain't fun for any ecosystem. So I do think that you know, like this type of news was waiting. People have been waiting for this type of thing to shake people out and like rattle people's cages and then like sideline them before like a big run. It happens every time, right? So base take. I love it, man. And then thank you for coming through. Bowl you pick. Last but not least, my friend, like, thank you for coming through. And any final frequencies, any final thoughts, any additions to the conversation? Speak your mind, man. Shameless shows, what's going on?
Yeah, I do not have a lot to say. I just want to say, grab an Ethereum. Make sure you grab an Ethereum while it's because there are lots of things pegged to an Ethereum. Right now, the team is working on a OG collection, which is going to be gifted to holders of Ethereums and Smoke very soon. The criteria will be dropped on the Smoke X account, so do what to.
Yo, so follow the Smoke account. Some alpha there for you. If you own a Smoke Ethereals, go to gamma.io. Go pick up a Smoke Ethereals from the stack side of Gamma. Base take, dude. Base builders build on Bitcoin via stacks, and Smoke is a based project as well. So go check it out. Go follow it. Like it, love it, give it a hug. You know what I mean? Put it in your portfolio. Ride the wave. Let's go. Thank you guys. Thank you for like being here and like getting to talk about the Gigaverse, being some Gigaverse ambassadors and different projects. You know, and collaborations on the way, right? Too, you know, so be sure to keep an eye out for the GPSC X DGAF collab. That is still in the works as well. So lots to come, guys. And I hope that you have a very, very blessed rest of your weekend. Yeah, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Have a good night.
Peace out. and this has been another based episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we get your favorite Giga Brain Astronaut Scholars into the same room, talk about the latest Bitcoin news, crypto news, world news, you name it, alpha, fresh and hot off the press. You know we got it. And most importantly, just kicking out high frequency vibes with high frequency individuals. That's what we do over here with DeOrganized Media. Be sure to follow DeOrganized Media at DeOrganized BTC. That is DeOrganized BTC on X to stay in the know, stay ahead of the curve, like Jack and Switch would say, and trailblaze with the best of them. Be sure to tune into the Let's Go Morning Show at 8:30 a.m. ET, Monday through Friday, along with the DeOrganized Nightly segment at 7 p.m. ET. DeOrganized Media is accredited Bitcoin media, so get in the know with DeOrganized. Go to deorganized.media and set up your profile. Get your show on the show schedule, and go check out the show schedule. Never miss a Bitcoin and stacks related space or podcast again. Got a really, really good schedule going on, very clean. Big shout out to our developer, codename Satoshi. He is also developing DeOrganized games and some other alpha that is coming very, very soon. So go make your profile on DeOrganized.media, start earning some dApps, and stay in the nose with DeOrganized. So you guys have a high frequency rest of your weekend. We'll be doing it all again Monday, starting off early and not ending until late. But most importantly, man, go touch some grass, get yourself some ass, like Peace Love Music would say, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. You guys have a nice one. Peace.
You guys are still here? What are you doing here? Go home, you blue